Hey everyone! So I'm behind the visitor centre again. Thought I'd come back out here. There's a reason. I've got someone with me. That would be my friend Jade, and we're scouting for wedding photos. She's getting married soon. Just say hi, Jade.
Hi!
There you go. She's holding the camera for me, so you get a better angle this time. So this week we're in 3rd Nephi 8 to 11. Hopefully you've done your reading. And this is Christmas in the scriptures. We just had Easter, remember? Okay. So in chapter 8 there's lots of tempests and earthquakes and destruction, and it gets pretty crazy, and it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, go have a read of it. It's physically, it's like testing and very dark. They couldn't even like light a fire with even like the driest of things, so I don't know what was going on, whether it was just a complete darkness or I don't know, maybe if they had matches or a torch, who knows. But anyway, they didn't, and it was dark. So we're going to go to chapter 8 verses 23 and 24, and it says, "And it came to pass that it did last for the space of 3 days, that there was no light seen, and there was great mourning and howling and weeping among all the people continually. Yea, great were the groanings of the people because of the darkness and the great destruction which had come upon them. And in one place they were heard to cry, saying, Oh, that we had repented before this great and terrible day, and then would our brethren have been spared, and they would not have been burned in that great city Zarahemla." And this got me thinking, like, what if that was you? Can you imagine being there with all of that going on? It would be terrifying. We talked in our institute class last week about how, like, right now we're going through lots of signs and wonders. That was one of our questions from last week. And it just really came up that, you know, like right now we're not as scared because we kind of know what's happening, but it still can be terrifying. And I think even here, even those that were believers and they knew that this was coming, it was still scary for them. And they couldn't find each other for 3 days. It was completely pitch black. If any of you have done photography in a dark room, you know what that looks like. You can't see nothing, nothing at all. Not even like hand in front of face, just can't see it. So, you know, would you have cried out earlier? Should I have repented earlier? I hope not. I hope that we're up to date with that. I was like, at the end of my day, I think, is there something I need to repent of? Just do that little self-check that we talked about earlier in the year. It's interesting that when Christ comes in a bit, you'll see that the entry level for being righteous and not being destroyed is actually very easy. It's simply that you didn't kill the believers and you didn't stone the prophets. It's kind of easy to do that. Like, you didn't even really have to believe in him at that point. You just didn't have to kill people. So the people that were left, as little as they were, that's how wicked the rest of them were. It's not good. You know, and how many opportunities do you need to repent? These guys were given so many and they didn't. So think about that too. How many opportunities do you need? So go do that if you need to. Maybe it's a little thing, maybe it's a big thing. Who knows? Elder Bedner though said, it was a really good quote here. He said, "You and I in a moment of weakness may cry out, no one understands, no one knows. No human being perhaps knows, but the Son of God perfectly knows and understands, for he felt and bore our burdens before we ever did." So if you're thinking that you're not heard and you don't understand, you are. And, you know, we don't have to go through 3 days of darkness. We're going to go through other scary things. But there is light. So repent, go find light. And come look at this, because look, it's gorgeous. And it's so sunny, and it's so nice and warm in the sun, isn't it, Jade?
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's so nice, because it's kind of a cold wind. But that's number 1, and we're going to move around. We're going to keep looking for wedding photo locations, yay, and we'll go do number 2. Okay, mwah.